So, hi guys, we are on a very important topic, and this topic is basically about the patterns. The stocks do follows many a times. If you find these patterns, there will be good identification for creating a position into. So the important patterns are head and shoulder patterns, inverted head and shoulder pattern, double and triple top, and double and triple bottom. These are actually very important patterns. So let me take you and explain you what is head and shoulder pattern and when should we enter, and I'll show you some live examples which I have discussed on various forums. And so first and foremost, let me draw it for you. I'll take a pen and explain you what is a head and shoulder pattern. So head and shoulder pattern is somewhat like this. This is inverted head and shoulder, right? It could be of this kind also, right? Or various possibilities could exist, like it could be a head and shoulder pattern like this, right? So this shoulder, this is one of the shoulder, these are the shoulders, and this is the head, right? This is the shoulder, this is left shoulder, this is right shoulder, and this is the head, right? So this is inverted head and shoulder pattern. Let's look into what is the head and shoulder pattern. Let's talk about that. So head and shoulder pattern is going to be somewhat like this. This is left shoulder, this is right shoulder, and this is the head, right? It could have been somewhat like this also, right? This is a smaller shoulder, this one is a bigger shoulder, and this is the head, right? So various possibilities exist in head and shoulder pattern. This is how it could be, right? Or it could be this, right? Here the left shoulder is smaller and the right shoulder is bigger. Here right shoulder is bigger and the left shoulder is smaller. Any of this is a possibility, right? Or let me draw one more pattern for you. It could have been this, this, and this, right? So now this is like there is a you can see there is a, if I draw a line, this line is not a straight line, flat line, this is an inclined line, right? Basically this gives a very rock solid indication that the stock, if this line is broken, this particular direction is broken in the downward direction, stock may fall, right? So let's go step by step and talk about various head and shoulder patterns. Suppose it is like this. So our entry will come when this level is broken, right? Please mark it like this. Whenever this is broken, this level is broken, we will have an entry at this level in the downward direction, right? I showed you a little situation also where the market is going like this and like this, right? There's also head and shoulder pattern, and the entry will be when this line of support is broken, right? Then this is head and shoulder pattern, right? In a minute I will show you its examples. Now let's look into the inverted head and shoulder. Inverted head and shoulder is basically reverse of the head and shoulder. So this is an inverted head and shoulder, right? This could have been also a scenario, right? Now where do you enter into the stock? This is a very bullish sign. Why? Because the stock from here is making higher lows, right? And from the moment this line is broken, this resistance is broken, the stock will have an entry, right? This is inverted head and shoulder pattern. All right, so let's go and look into the example. Does it happen this way, right? So let's go into the real market and see what's happening. Okay, so let me take you back to our trading platform and see what's happening. One example that I clearly remember for inverted head and shoulder, which I discussed on YouTube also long back, like a year back roughly. And the example is just dial, right? That example is just dial. So let me just show you where is just dial. I do have it somewhere here. Just dial. So just dial made an inverted head and shoulder pattern, and it gave a good breakout. It really gave a good breakout. So what is just dial? I don't know why I'm not being able to locate it. Just dial is a very good example of here. It is here. This is just dial. So let me just show you. This is, always remember, whenever we talk about the patterns, we're going to be talking about in 1 day time frame. Always time frame to identify such stocks is basically 1 day, right? Should I take it on the bigger screen? Let me just take it up on a bigger screen and see what's happening here. So see here, this is when I talked about it on YouTube, right? This is where I talked about it on YouTube. This part, right? Let me take a pen and draw it for you. You will be able to see it very clearly. So see here, this stock came here, then here, then here, and then here, right? Can you see very clearly? Let me make it more prominent for you. By taking a highlighter, it came here, then here, then here, and then here. Isn't it a head and shoulder pattern? Clear head and shoulder pattern. Where do we have an entry? Wherever this resistance is broken, we have an entry, right? Look at the beautiful run up this stock has given. Huge run up this stock has given, right? I hope you can all see it and you can all understand the importance of patterns, right? So it is a clear head and shoulder pattern. Look at it, right? The stock has gone beautifully up. So you know the entry. Now let's talk about what will be the entry and what should be the exit. What should be our stop loss and where should be our exit. So our entry will be only when this barrier is broken. Alright, our entry will be when this barrier is broken, and we are talking about positional stocks here, right? If we are talking about positional, it could be positional in options, it could be positional in futures, it could be positional in equity. These patterns will give you good amount of money. So let me just show you something. If I just convert this, take a pen, and then show it to you, normal this thing, where it went from 400 rupees, it went up to, I'm just going to show you in a minute, where did it go? So from 400 rupees, it went up to 620 rupees. It broke this channel at this point, which is 400 rupees, and it went up to good. Here it broke and it went till 620. Huge. And how many trading sessions? Would you like to know how many trading sessions? So 3rd of February it broke and it reached the peak on 17th of March, 1.5 months, and 120 points. Imagine 120 points. You want to know what's the size of Just Dial? Just Dial has a size of 1400 into 120 points. Oh my god, it's a huge amount of money. 1400 into 100 will give you 1,40,000 plus another 28,000 rupees. It's a huge amount of money. Just identification of one stock can give you so much of money. Then again it made another head and shoulder, right? I'll show you. It made again and another head and shoulder. You can see from here, and on the same levels, again on the same levels. So here it went like this, went like this, and went like this. Right? If you find it difficult to figure out head and shoulder, what I can tell you, go to the line graph. What you can do, go to the line graph, go to the display and convert this into a line graph, right? You will see, and highlight the 10 moving average, right? You will see it is a skewed, it's not a very clear, like this one was a very clear head and shoulder. If you just highlight this blue color moving average, you can see it's a very clear head and shoulder pattern. It doesn't have that much clarity here, but again it is the same kind of a thing that it has made, right? And just see how the stock has moved up from where to where. Look at it. Where was our entry in this at this time? Like this is the head and shoulder pattern. You can see the head and shoulder pattern here. The head and shoulder pattern was this is our head and shoulder pattern, right? Our entry will come at this point. right? And from where will it take you? To this height. Once again, the same level. You know, if you just see it, just dial has given time and again from the same level entry. It's 394, or rather 400, and again it went up to, you know, it went up till 644. Twice it has given the same breakout, exactly same breakout it has given twice, right? So this was just dial, but you can look for these patterns anywhere in any stock, any index. I wouldn't suggest 15 minutes, but it always has to be 1 day. More bigger your time frame, more authentic your trade. More authentic your trade, more solid your trade will be, right? If you want to see one more trade in just I'll show you. This is actual head and shoulder pattern. So it is one shoulder that it formed, then the second, and there's a little skewed second shoulder, right? Or if you want, let me just redraw it for you. See here, this is the first, this is the second, and this is the second. And again, you know, like it's kind of making on a shorter time frame double top and head and shoulder pattern as well. And look at the drop that the stock has from here to here, right? Beautiful drop stock has had. So keep it in mind, you know, that head and shoulder pattern is a very, very strong pattern. I personally believe it's one of a good identification. If you identify a stock or Nifty having a head and shoulder pattern, assume a good run up or good downfall coming over, right? It could be a little skewed also, that doesn't matter, right? Let's try looking into some other graph, some other, you know, place. If we could locate, you know, a head and shoulder pattern, maybe a little skewed, because it's not necessary that you will find such beautiful head and shoulder pattern as you saw in just dial. So let me just see. I mean, if I could recollect some other head and shoulder pattern, I should be able to share it with you, right? So see, you know, it has to be a clear pattern. You know, like more clearer the pattern, the better your trade will be. I mean, there is a kind of that kind of a pattern here, if you just see, but not as clear as it should have been. See here, and then here, right? It's a head and shoulder pattern. The moment it crosses this, you have a buying opportunity. From where to where, you can see, right? It has got a huge, you know, huge uptrend from after breaking the barrier, right? Let's see a few more possibilities where we have seen such kind of trades. So bigger your time frame will be, the more authentic your trades are going to be, right? More authentic trades you will find. So let's see if I could figure out some more stocks for you. Let's look into Nifty. If we could get some stocks in some place where head and shoulder is being formed, we will find good opportunity. So not really a good one. So a little pattern here, but not very, very good. I wouldn't say I'm happy with that. So see here, this is kind of a head and shoulder pattern, right? This is, yeah. So this, and this. So moment this barrier was broken, Nifty has come down, right? We need more clearer pattern. You know, like, I mean, it could be, you know, head and shoulder means the shoulders have to be little lower than the head. Otherwise, it will become a triple top or triple bottom, right? So keep these patterns in. I mean, I showed you in just dial it happened twice, but definitely you can have various other pattern, you know, various other graphs. Keep in, you know, like your eyes should be finely tuned to be able to figure out such happenings, you know, such formations. You should always keep on radar, right? So they will give you good trades, good trading opportunity. You will get good trading opportunity in it. Okay, so this is head and shoulder. I've showed you the inverted as well as the normal head and shoulder pattern. Now let's see if I could locate a few more. I mean, I remembered this, so I shared it with you. Now I would like you guys to find out good head and shoulder pattern or inverted head and shoulder pattern and post it over here, right? So inverted head and shoulder pattern will form at the bottom, and the head and shoulder pattern will form at the top, right? So look for it and find out your entry and exit, and whenever a formation is taking place in one day graph in any stock, be ready to go long or go short whenever the barrier of the head and shoulder is broken. Okay, so that was head and shoulder pattern, an inverted head and shoulder pattern. One more thing that we have forgotten here is the stop loss. What should be our stop loss? So let's go to the just dial pattern only, just dial only, and look for the stop loss, right? So I'm going to first take this example where we saw the head and shoulder forming and inverted head and shoulder forming. So this was the stock. Now we enter at this point, our stop loss will be this point, right? Let me just tell you what I mean by that. Our stop loss will be at this level, which is 350. Our entry will be 385, 35 point. Of course, it is going to be a 10% stop loss. It's quite a huge stop loss that we are having, but profits are also going to be very, very huge. Like from 394, it has gone to 620, almost about 70-75% up. But in case you want to consider the candles, if you want to consider the candles, let me just show you what could have been our stop loss. So we are entering at this point. The previous candle's low will be your stop loss, right? 378 will be your stop loss, and then just keep moving your stop loss, keep trailing your stop loss up and up and up, right? It could be a good positional trade for futures or for equity. Okay, so this was inverted head and shoulder, and similarly I talked about the head and shoulder here. In just dial only I talked about head and shoulder. No, this is in Dalco. So I was talking about in just dial only I was talking about the head and shoulder pattern. So where has it gone? Let me just take it here only. So let's see here. This part, right? So when you break it here, this will be your stop loss, right? The peak out here, 37 points is going to be your stop loss, right? This part will be your stop loss, and the entry will be when this barrier in the downward direction of this head and shoulder will be broken, right? It's here, or rather you can have your entry at this point also, and your stop loss will be this. Let me just make it more clearer for you. Erase. Let's first draw the head and shoulder. This is one shoulder, then head, and then next shoulder. So whenever this barrier is broken, right? At this point you will have your entry. Now that means our entry will be on a shorting side will be 523. Our stop loss will be 538. So let me just write it for you. Our entry will be at this point, right? This is our entry. Entry is going to be at 528, and stop loss will be the peak of these two candles, right, where it's taken time and again resistance, and SL will be equal to 537, right? Until what point does it take you? It takes you down to 400, way below 400. Let me just take a pen, normal, and see here it goes down till this point, right? And what point is this? It goes up to 330. We sold it at 528, and it's good 200 points that it has given, right? So identification, and this is also resistance. This is resistance as well. So it is combination of a lot of things. Resistance plus, let me just clear it up. It is a combination of resistance plus it is a combination of the head and shoulder pattern breakout, and Then in shorter time frame, it's a double top as well. So it is giving a huge amount of signal, right? So this was inverted and normal head and shoulder patterns. Then we go on to the next, you know, slide, which talks about, um, here. Sorry, where are we? Here. So next we go on to double and triple bottom, right? Next we go head and shoulder and inverted shoulder, head and shoulder we have discussed. Now we go on to the next, which is double and triple bottom, right? Double and triple top and double and triple bottom. So let's go there and check what's happening in the live market, right? We go and check what's happening in the live market. So let's look for the double and triple top and bottoms, right? So every time market forms a double bottom, it could be a little skewed also sometime, but every time market forms a double bottom, it's a kind of an opportunity for us to go long. Like for example, see here, 1, 2, double bottom, right? Whenever this barrier is broken, there will be an upside that will come in the stock. So what is double bottom? This is a double bottom, right? It could be skewed, it could be anything. Whenever this barrier is broken, this hump is broken, that's when you enter. Similarly, you have a double top like this. Whenever this valley or this lowest point is broken, you have an opportunity to enter. Similarly, the triple, exactly same way you have the triple bottom, like this is a triple bottom, right? And similarly, you have a triple top. These are multiple resistances, right? These are multiple supports. Stock goes and comes back from the same point time and again, right? Giving us opportunity to enter. Now let me take you to an example, right? An example of INFI. INFI has taken support various times from the same point and formed a double bottom many times, right? So this is after the stock split. Just remove all these drawings. So INFI has, double bottom. Like this is a kind of double bottom that you can see here, right? If you see this out here, this is a double bottom. You can see the double bottom, right? And it's a skewed triple bottom as well. And then the Nifty has gone up. INFI has gone up, right? INFI after that has gone up. I want to show you a very beautiful double bottom, right? And that formed in Nifty. Very beautiful double bottom. Not to be mistaken and not to be missed, no matter what. Very beautiful double bottom. Here. I'm sure all of you must have noticed, right? Now if this double bottom forms with the moving averages, nothing like it. See the beautiful double bottom, right? So let me take up a pen and then show it to you. This is a double bottom, right? This is a double bottom. This is a double bottom, right? Where do you enter? When this hump is broken, right? Can you see at the hump only you have another moving average? You have the moment these moving averages are crossed and the stock takes a support, you have an entry, right? I'll just show you once again. The moment moving averages cross, the hump is crossed, price takes a support, you have a good opportunity for go long. You want to see how Nifty went from here. Where did it go? Oh my God, it's just taken a flight. It's taken a huge flight from this point. So this is our entry point, 8,259. And where does it go? Look at it. It's just reached to 11,161. How many points? So 2,000, 3,000 points, it has gone up from there. That's the power of double bottom. Now look at it here. Nifty gives you a load of such opportunities. Let me just show you here. This is also a double bottom, right? See here, this is a very strong support level, right? You can just see here, this has got a very strong support level at this point, right? Nifty bounced back from here, forming a double bottom and went up. But see, it almost failed its double top. Can you see? So we have to definitely it tried to, you know, break the double bottom. Just let me explain you once again. What I'm trying to tell you here is, if you look into it, there was an opportunity for double top as well. If this is the double top, and if this part is broken, it should have gone down, right? But Nifty did not go here. It didn't offer honor the double top. It actually negated it, right? Why? Because the momentum in the upward direction was huge, right? It took a support and went up. If you see here, I want to show you something very, very nice. The moving average has formed a double bottom, skewed double bottom. This double bottom, and it has gone up, right? So it's not necessary that if it is a double bottom or double top, it will always go up or go down. But Nifty does honor all of it. I mean, the stocks and the Nifty do honor this. Now see another double bottom I want to show you in Nifty here. Beautiful double bottom, right? See here. If you see this double bottom, you will be, you know, amazed. This is one, this is two, and see here, moment this barrier was broken, it had these average at the top. The moment this average was crossed with momentum and it took a support, after that Nifty has taken a good flight, right? This is again honoring the double bottom. It is again honoring the double bottom, right? So from here Nifty has gone up from here to here. Look at it, just huge flight Nifty has taken up, right? So if you want to see here, there is a skewed head and shoulder pattern as well. There's a skewed head and shoulder pattern as well. 1, 2, 3, right? That's a head and shoulder pattern. And when this channel was broken, it has come down, right? So try recognizing pattern, you know, like spend half an hour just observing Nifty. It'll give you a whole lot of idea, you know, like you'll be able to figure out good trades for the next day. Okay, so double bottom, whenever the stock forms a double bottom, it gives you a lot of opportunity to be entering into it, right? Now, for example, look into, you know, some good stock. So let's look into this Reliance Infra. Look at this particular formation. This is a very nice formation. 1, 2, and it has gone up. See the double bottom here, right? It's taken a support time and again. Good, beautiful double bottom, and it this, and it went up. Nice double bottom, isn't it? So try identifying. Of course, we will combine a lot of other factors, and then only we will trade into it. Where will be our entry and where will be our stop loss? So our entry will be at this point, which is 515, and this price where you see it's taking support time and again, right, will be our stop loss. Our stop loss will be 503, or maybe we can make it a little bit more, you know, more liberal. 500 will be our stop loss, and our entry will be at 511 rupees, right? And see from here, where did this stock go? 511 to it went up to 620. I remember, I think I gave Reliance Infra also on YouTube. You can go back and refer to my videos of February or January or February of 2017. I'm 100% sure I have given. Let's look into Reliance Capital. Reliance Capital also, if I remember correctly, had a similar pattern, one of these, you know, like here. Look at this stock. Once again, a similar kind of pattern, right? So it's a little skewed double bottom, but doesn't matter. See here, right? I'll make it better for you here. It is this and this, right? Double bottom. And moment this hump was broken, it has taken a good flight, right? It's got a good flight in the upward direction. You can see that, right? Let's see from where to where. It is at 466 or 450. It gave a buy, 456, and where it went up to, it went till about 150 points up. It's a huge momentum for a future stock. It's a huge momentum. And how many days? You want to know how many days it took? 21st of December to 3rd of January, just in about 10 trading days, not even 10 trading days. It's just not even 10 trading days that it gave you such a beautiful run up, right? So double bottom and triple bottom, again you can see here, this is another opportunity that we got. Look at here, this is one bottom, this is the second bottom, and then it has gone up, right? And look at this hump. Once this hump is broken and the stock has taken the support, it has taken up the flight from here, right? Let's look into and see from where it went up till what point it broke. The moment it broke this barrier, the barrier was at 458. Where did it go up to? It went up to 658. Now let's discuss about its stop losses as well, right? Let's discuss about its stop loss as well. So this is where we entered. Our stop loss will be where it took the support from. This will be our stop loss. So 468 we entered, and 445 will be our stop loss. It's a very nice deep stop loss, but doesn't matter. Once it takes a support and heads up, you can keep putting your trailing stop loss. Means the moment it takes a support here and heads up, shift your stop loss to this. Then when it heads up further, shift your stop loss to this. Then when it heads up further, shift your stop loss here. When it heads up further, you shift your stop loss here, and so on and so forth. Keep enjoying the journey. And exiting policy, I do talk about on YouTube as well, is going to be come from here, right? It could be, the red color doji that forms will give you the exit. But I'm going to fine tune that strategy later on. When the candle, the doji, after doji, whenever the candle forms below the 10 moving average, then you need to exit. So that means somewhere here you will be able to exit your trade, right? But the 10 moving average did not leave the candle. The candle did not leave the 10 moving average. So you still can remain in it. And you can exit only when the 10 moving average leaves the candle, which is at this point somewhere here. So you entered. Where did you enter? You entered at this point where this hump was broken. At this point, 460. And where did you exit? You exited about when this candle exited, 667. Good, about 400, 200 point is what you will get, right? I'm going to teach this later, entry and exit in the positional stocks. That I'm going to teach you later. But right now what I want to, my criteria to tell you here is that you can always enter and keep using your trailing stop loss till it reaches to a position place where it is, it goes into resistance, right? This is a basically resistance zone, and from here the stock has fallen down. Okay, so what I'm telling you here is double top and double bottom, right? Similarly, let's look into some double tops. Some double tops, you can find them very nicely. Like here you can see a double top. This is once again Reliance Capital only. So let me take up a pen and explain you the double top. So this is the double top. Moment this hump is broken, the stock has come down, right? This is an opportunity for us to enter, right? Only thing that I have a concern about is that there is a moving average here, you can see. So there could be a possibility that stock may bounce back. So I'm going to look for a few more opportunities, then only I will be entering into it, right? That I'm going to cover up later on in the support and the resistance chapter, right? Let's look into the double top further. It could happen, the double top can happen anytime in the downtrend or in the uptrend or anywhere. But we will be very happy if we get it at the peak, at the top, like when there are no moving averages and we get it at the top. That will be a very, very good opportunity for us to enter, right? Let me look for in any other stock. If I get that kind of clear indication of double top, I'll be happy to share it with you. Like see here, there's a little double top you can see happening, and you can and there is a way to filter out the double top stocks. You know, I will tell you, you can go to various places or various websites. They will tell you how to filter out the double top. Let me take you there, right? uh, Let me take you there. What are those websites which can help us in finding out the double tops and double bottoms, triple tops and triple bottoms? We will figure out that. So there are many of them. One of them is money control, right? Money control also tells you, gives you the stocks which have formed the double bottom at the double top. Let me take up any, let me type here and go to a stock. Let's say Kotak Mahindra Bank. Let's see what it gives me. Kotak Mahindra Bank. Let's go to the bottom, and you will be able to see a lot of technical things here. We can't see it here. We should get something here. So you get it here, or you can go to another website that I can tell you. It's called Chart Inc. It straight away filters out and gives you, you know, double top and double bottom, right? It gives you double top and double bottom. Straight away it gives you double top and double bottom, right? So I do filter it out from sometime from here as well. In this you will directly get where are the double tops and the double bottoms. So charting also gives you a lot of, you know, double bottom. Like if you search here, you know, double top, double bottom, DOUBLE, double top, right? And search, you will get a lot of double top. Sorry, in chart candlesticks search, I'm searching for a scanner, right? I'm searching for a scanner. So this is charting. I'm going to explain you this in detail, but let me in chart. This is a chart. I'm screener, right? Go to the screener, and we want to search, you know, a double top, double bottom, let's say, and search the scans. You will get many scans, right? And you can find out, you know, you can click on any one of them. Of course, you will get to see many of them. See, all these stocks have double bottom, right? I have another website where you can get directly the double bottom and the double top. This is called Top Stock Research. You go to the double top. You just, if you want, you can on the browser. You just write double top breakout or double bottom breakout and go to the Top Stock Research. Top Stock Research is where you will get here. You get the double bottom, double top, right? All you know, double bottom, triple bottom, double top, triple top, all of them you get here, right? Please remember that if you're looking at the double top, means you're looking for a selling opportunity, and selling opportunity can only be found in the future stocks. In the cash, otherwise you'll have to do intraday trading, right? So if you do the double bottom, then let's see what comes up. If we click that, so we have three possibilities: short-term double bottom, medium-term double bottom, and then we have long-term double bottom, right? So let's look into one or two of them. So one is Nucleus Software, the other is Rallis India. So I just put, you know, uh, Nucleus, and let's see what's happening in Nucleus. So this is Nucleus, right? Now it's made a bottom here. It made a bottom here. Now again a bottom here. If it crosses this hump, then only we have an entry. Our entry is far, far away. Right now, we don't have an entry in this particular stock. We are at 445. Our entry will only come about roughly about 500 rupees, right? So we got to wait in this. But you can keep such stocks from on radar from this place. There's another thing that I can tell you here when I was searching for you. So this is Top Stock Research, right? Top Stock Research. You can find out from here as well. I saw, it is. I want to show something here. This is charting. Charting also gives you the double top stocks. You know the stocks which have formed the triple top, triple bottom, double top, double bottom. So if you click here, you will get directly the stocks, right? Let's see here. So if you see the triple top, Zensar Technology, Jubilant Foodworks, and Excite. I'm just going to show you all of these. Triple bottom. So how many stocks for triple bottom? You see RS Software, Rural Electrification, Narayan Hridayalaya, Lanco Infra. It's a penny stock, so leave it. Forget about it. Don't trade in any penny stock. Kohinoor Foods, Elgai Rubber, Eros International Media, Hindustan Motors, and A to Z Infra. All these stocks are basically making a triple bottom. Then you go to the double top. There is Jubilant Foodworks and Excite Industries giving double top. Even triple top, you can see Jubilant Food and Excite Industries. Now I want to show you both these stocks. What's happening in the Jubilant Food? Here is Jubilant Food. Now see here. Now Jubilant Food has reached to a place where it is experiencing a resistance, right? So it is basically double top. How is it a double top? Let's look into it. You know, it's going to the same point again and again. You know, like it from here it went up, then went up. Let me just convert it into a line graph and then see what's happening. So let me just convert it into here, into a line graph and see what's happening. So double top, it has already actually formed a double top and it's gone further up, right? So right now this is not a double top. You can see there was a double bottom which formed a few days back, and when it crossed the double bottom, it went up again, right? Can you see this double bottom? And it's gone up from there. Look at this double bottom. In a shorter time frame, double bottom, but then it went up, right? It was in a bull run. The stock was in the bull run. So let's look into what are the other stocks that they have given us. Jubilant Foodworks and the Excite Industries. I want to see Excite, what's happening. I got this in many filters. Excite Industries. Excite is somewhere here. I have put it here. Let's see what's happening in Excite Industries. So this looks like to be forming a double top. Let's see what's happening with respect to the candlestick pattern, right? So it's almost, it made a high here, and then this is a barrier that it is experiencing. I mean, when it says double top, means 2 consecutive days it touched the same point and came down, right? That means 250 is a resistance for Excite Industries, right? 250 is for, until Excite breaks 250, there is no buying opportunity, right? So how do you filter out that? I have given you 2 ways, very simple ways. One is the Top Stock Research. See the double bottom, triple bottom, double top, and triple top, right? You can look for the daily support breakout. You know, what are the stocks which have had a breakout? Breakout in short term, breakout in the medium term, breakout in the long term. So here are the, you know, stocks which have broken the trend line support. Petronet LNG, Himadri Speciality, McNally Bharat, and Sri Adhikari Brothers, and Ducon Infra Technologies. These have broken the support. Let's see if there's anyone which has broken the resistance. You know, let's see if there is some which has broken the resistance. support, weekly support line, monthly resistance trend line. So you will be able to filter out a lot of stocks from here, right? So in short term, there is IRB infrastructure developers have broken the monthly resistance. Zensar has broken the monthly resistance. Pioneer Distilleries has broken the monthly resistance, right? So you can find out from here what's happening with respect to the resistance and support. Of course, we have deviated from our topic a little bit. We were talking about the double top and the double bottom. So I have given you two ways to filter out. One is from the top stock research, the other is from the charting, right? Just on the Google's browser, you type double top, double bottom, or just the double top, and you will get both these screeners, right? You get both these screeners, and then what you can do is enter through filter out stocks from here. Which one, if you are on a buy side, if you are on a buy side, look for the double bottom breakout and triple bottom breakout. If you're on a sell side, look for the you can see over here stockcharts.com, and then you have the free double top chart pattern from the top stock research. Then you have how to trade, then you have charting scanners, right? Even Money Control gives you all those patterns. Money Control also gives you these patterns. I'm somehow not being able to locate, but that also provides you the double top, double bottom, triple top, triple bottom patterns. Okay, so this is how you can trade in double top and double bottom. So that concludes my next topic. That concludes this topic. We're going to meet in the next topic, which is basically the different supports and the resistances. So take care, bye bye. But what I want you people to do is, your homework will be to find out at least future stocks for selling using double top and double bottom. In the past, if they have got some double top or triple top, you can locate them. And similarly for buying opportunities where you've seen the double and the triple bottom. And similarly, head and shoulder pattern, inverted head and shoulder pattern, both of them you need to find out so that we can see the buying levels and how the breakout has happened. So with this, I'm signing off. We meet with our next video, which is about the support and the resistances. Bye bye.